Hello, Lucas Nation fans. Welcome back to another exciting podcast show. This is the Lucas Chat Podcast Season 2 with your host, Kennedy Lucas. Now, I hope you guys have been enjoying everything K.L.P Studios have been releasing out for you guys. Again, I want to remind everybody that, the K.L.P network was very, very global. We did release the network out for all of my Lucas Nation fans out there, so we had a lot of responses to the network. A lot of people liked the style of it, they liked the music, the theme music of it, and they liked the links I had on there, and everybody's going through my playlist, they're seeing what I'm seeing, they're liking the videos I'm liking, and of course, I've been sharing them all over on Twitter, too, as well as the network, so, very, very excited to be releasing out the network for all of you guys out there in the world right now. Now, the network is available for all three of the websites /KLBC/live and /media. Again, the network won't be available for /blog because, here at K.L.P Corporations, we want to keep the blogging website just strictly blogging for all my readers out there that like to read stuff. I'm going to keep it more to my, keep that to my reading fan base. Now, again, I hope you guys have been enjoying that network. We've just been glooming on there. Just a little sponsorship, guys. John Blaze, my new film, John Blaze, is out now for all of the Lucas Nation fans. Is available to the website, Dailymotion, VO, and YouTube, and the website as well. Now, again, as for today's show, the podcast, we're just very, very excited. Now, hopefully this weekend, we are launching a new show called the Lucas Chat Live. That is where we just, we're having longer podcasts, such as gaming videos. Again, the Lucas Chat Live is something new. Again, I haven't advertised it over, well, by the time you're saying it might be advertised on my Instagram account. Everything's in the link description below, but the Lucas Chat Live, that website is very, very exciting. I'm not going to tell you so much about it because I'm going to tell you guys about it on the talk show this weekend. But Lucas Chat Live will be only available, of course, onto the YouTube channel and onto the network. But it's going to be on the /media website to replace the LPs. That's just not so much replacing the LPs, just a new name for it. As of today, we're here to talk about the anime that won #1 for /KLPC for the month of October, and that is Freezing Vibration. Now, Freezing Vibration is a sequel to just the hit show Freezing that was also featured on my website. Back in the past, it was featured, and now it won #1 for the second season for the /KLPC website. Now, again, this show here, there's a lot going on with the Pandora. There's lots and lots of stuff going on with Pandora and the other class, and there's just so much going on. Now, as we get word here about the reviews on Freezing Vibration, this is one of the animes that I encourage you guys to go look at. I do have the link in the description below for ryuanime.com, and I think I'm going to also link the other anime site that I use for all of my anime fans out there. Again, this show here really, really gets you going. It really, it's more of thrills. It's more thrills for you guys. It's very, very thrilling to all of you guys out there. Udo, if you're watching this podcast or hearing the podcast today, this is one of the anime you should watch and give me your input over. Guys, if you guys don't know, Udo, he did an anime podcast with me before. Now, Freezing is nothing. It's like nothing I ever watched before. In that there's no other anime has yet to try my patience as much as Freezing and Freezing Vibration. Now, some people say that people say that they can watch this anime in a couple hours. Again, you guys know what I like to do. You guys know how I do it. For, of course, the when it comes to anime, I like to span out a little bit. Every weekend I like to watch newer episodes of the same anime until I'm finished with it. I don't like to really go too fast on to the anime, because once you're done with the anime, you gotta time save it to your website, and then you're done with the website. You still have a couple more days until you can revise and review that new anime you're watching. So that's why I like to space my things out a little bit. And the way K.L.P Studios and K.L.P do it here, we space out everything. We don't want to do everything all at once, because we want everything to be kind of close, kind of spanned out together. Now, the plot of the anime, and this is just the anime in general. Since it won #1, we're just gonna kind of go through it. Now, ever since the 10th Nova Clash, I'm just reading the plot here. The Nova were appeared at an accelerated rate. Pandora were dying faster than could be created. Their solutions, the E-Pandora, a project which involved normal humans without a predilection for stigmata, being given the power to become Pandora. Pandora from all over the world are invited to an Alaskan base, and Alaskan base. I see, you can see this in the second season, Freezing Vibration, to witness the unveiling of this new project. This includes Satellizer, Kazuya, and Rana. Now, those are the three. Well, I want to say one of the three main characters into the show. That's just the three characters that I don't want to say star, but they kind of, they're together. Now, the first character, Satellizer L. Bridget, of course, main character. You see her in most of the intros. She's one of the main characters. Now, we're trying to get word here at KLPC. We're trying to get word the actor of these characters, and as we get the voice actors, they're trying to get it now. Again, my review on this show is very, very interesting. I know in season 2 you really won't see much of you really won't see a huge love triangle as you would in the first one, because in the second season everything's kind of settled, everything's kind of together. I mean, you got Kazuya and Satellizer, they're all together. Satellizer still refuses to confirm that Kazuya's could be partners. She fails to confirm it. Now, I don't know if I don't know how they would really confirm it together. I think it's just like having sex, and then that determines, hey, you're the partner, you're the limiter. I don't know how they didn't really express that enough in the first season. Now, who knows if they were to express that in the second season. Now, as we get the voice actor of Satellizer L. Bridget, of course, was played by Kathleen Glass. Now, Kathleen Glass, she played in a couple of stuff. She played Lilith in Absolute Duo, which Absolute Duo did win #1 for the website in my last podcast, so you guys can go check that out. Of course, she was the character of Minari, she also played in Mocking the series. Of course, you got Freezing, the first season. Um, she also played Kiku in Bintu. Bintu is another anime that, well, Bento or Bintu is another anime that we kind of looked at, but not really too much of it. Um, let's see, we're getting more word here. Stelia and Hanagai next. I don't really. I think I remember that character, but I haven't. She was one of the side characters into that. Uh, and that's pretty much all that she's in that I've seen that looks kind of familiar to me. Again, I haven't watched every anime out there in the world, so I can't. I can only based on the animes that I've seen. Oh, she also played Cammy in the Super Street Fighters movie. That's interesting. I never knew that. She also played in School Rumble. I remember seeing that. Oh, okay. She played Kiari Misaka from K.L.P. K.L.P. is another anime that we watched back in the day. That was one of the first animes that we first seen via the studio and via media. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it that I know her from, guys. That I've seen. Good voice actor though. You never know about these voice actors. You never know when they're on one show and then they're on another and they just keep growing. They keep continue to grow. Now, Kazuya, Josh Grell. Josh Grell is one of the famous voice actors. Now, that's one voice actor you have got to understand. You got to know. Again, he played Yoshi in Baka and Test, one of our first anime shows that we like to look at. Again, he played in so much stuff, guys. I mean, he's awesome. He's funny. He's very, very. His voice is it's kind of raspy a little bit, but that's what you need when you want to be a voice actor. Now, Ichika, the character Ichika, Infinite Stratus, again, that show Infinite Stratus 2 won #1 before, and we talked about him as well. You never know. And I see that he was on Attack on Titan. I haven't seen that anime yet. I mean, that's just something I ain't got into yet. Mysterious Girlfriend X, another good anime that I don't know if we did a podcast over it, but I know it was featured in it was featured on a show. I want to say maybe a weekend vlog show. The talk show we did, I think we talked about it. A certain scientific railgun, that's also a good one. Baka and Test, Aki Tsuyoshi. I mean, if you guys don't know that, then I don't know, y'all missing out. Sakura, he's also in that. Getting more word and more characters he played in. He's a good voice actor now. Good voice actor. Very, very good. Let's see. Rana was played by, I think I already know. Yeah, okay, I already knew who she was. Jamie Marchi, she also played Rias in High School DxD. If you guys don't know who Jamie Marchi is, you're missing out on that too. Awesome voice actor. I like her voice. She also played in some good stuff. As my microphone fall off my shirt. There we go. But she also she played. Let's see, Rias Grimory, High School DxD. Of course, you guys got to know that. Data Life. She also played in Mocking Key. She played Yuka. I think she was like one of the student council teachers. That was in that was expressed in the show. A certain Magical Index 2. I haven't really gotten to the Magical Index. Now I am into the Rogana. She played Miss Masuko Kango. She was like that character. She's like the rich character. I also had the fan, had the weird laugh. Data Life, also playing Data Life. I haven't seen Kazi Sami Kiss, but that is added to our list of anime to watch because everybody, I've seen this on Twitter, everybody's been watching that show, and it came out around 2014, and it's still kind of current 2015. So that's something I am going to invest in and look at because a lot of people have been tweeting about Kazi Sami Kiss, and I haven't seen that anime yet. So we're gonna look into that because that's very interesting. She Masaki from Aria the Scarlet Elmo. I don't really remember that character, but I'm going to do my research on that character because I don't remember that character. She also played in Penny and Stocking. That's just one anime I couldn't get into because it was just like, what? Okay. She also played the teacher, or Rosary plus Vampire. That was one of our few animes. Shoko. She also played Shoko in Baka and Test, another good anime that you guys could really get into. Again, as I mentioned before. As you guys can see, played in so many other stuff. And as you guys can see, I like it when voice actors branch out to different things and different shows that they're on because it makes them look really good. Now, within the anime, there's a handful. And I do mean a handful of voice actors that are also in the show that I'm not really going to somewhat mentioned, but this is another link that we're going to have in the description below, guys. We're going to be tagging the behindthevoiceactors.com. That's the website K.L.P Studios use for backup resources, just in case if we are not familiar with the voice actor. We look at it and we review it to make sure it's the right character so we don't mess up on today's show. But as you guys can see from Freeze and Vibration, we got to give this show a hand. That also won number one. Now, a lot of people say that this show was pointless, and as I read reviews here, I don't really think the show is pointless. I think it's the show that most out there anime fans want. The fighting, the gore, the thriller. They really slacked off on their Ichi moments a little bit. They slack off with that. And again, I'm not a huge pervert, I swear to you guys. K.L.P's not a pervert, but when you want to make a good anime, that's what you need. I mean, that's what we like. That's fan service. That's what we like in a good anime. So they kind of slack that up just a little bit, which is that's what makes it kind of like, oh, okay, well, where they slacking that off, they're not doing that anymore. Well, okay, is it just fighting? You really won't see much of a love triangle anymore within the show. It kind of lost its luster on that, and I think that was the turn-off point with most fans because it's like, okay, they had a love triangle between Rana, Satellizor, and Kazuya in the first season. Now in the second season, they're not a love triangle anymore. It's just Satellizor and Kazuya by themselves, and then they're not really a huge couple. I mean, you got Satellizor that always degrades him all the time, so it's like, okay, there's no love triangle there. Then what's gonna happen when the season's over? And what are they gonna do with the characters when all the fighting and stuff is over? Is she ever gonna get him to be a confirmed limiter or no? That's just the question most anime fans are asking for. The storyline makes sense. I can concur. Now, I don't like to praise shows that won number one from my websites because it do have its pros and cons within the show, but it's still won number one for me for the month of October. Is that some episodes are a little bit laggy. Now, I can say this. I have to have a con with the show, even though it did win number one. I have to have a con with it. Some episodes were a little bit laggy, and it's like, okay, well, there's some episodes where you want to just fall asleep because it didn't make any sense. But there has been, and this is why it won number one for me, the voice actors, the art style, the fighting, and the some episodes make sense. There's this one episode where they went to Satelliser's family home, and his brother was very abusive, and it was incest, and it was weird, but it was interesting, and that's what us anime nerds, I can say, if that's even a word, we like that kind of stuff. We like to see characters involved and to get more fast paced. Now, my favorite characters, before we log off here, my favorite characters, I like Elizabeth Mabley. I think she's pretty in the show. Elizabeth Mabley and Satelliser L. Bridget is the two favorite characters that I adore into the show. And I mean, all the other characters, the colors are good, but my favorite character has to be Elizabeth by far, because she's so she's pretty when made into the anime now. Very, very awesome. And she was played by Tia Billard. I'm sorry, Tia Billard. Now, I know her from a couple of I don't know her personally, but I know her from other anime shows like High School DxD Born. Of course, she was in that. Sky Wizards Academy. She played Mizora Whitetail. Now, that is a new show that I'm not going to talk about much, because we're watching that show now. We just started that last weekend, so we're not going to express that show just yet, because we don't know if it's going to win number one with the other anime show that I'm watching. So, played in so many other characters. Now, she also played Kamari Kita from Little Busters. I love Little Busters. Who doesn't like Little Busters? I mean, that's a good show. I mean, and she also played in Mach and Key, of course. I forgot the character that's bright and colorful. I forgot I forgot her name in that show off the back, but Tia Billard, y'all. Now, again, before we close up today's podcast, I hope you guys did enjoy today's podcast. We go in more in depth. We got to give it up for Freezing Vibration at number one for the month of October. Very, very excited to express that show out for you guys. Please be sure to check out this weekend. It's the Weekend Vlog, episode 56, I want to say now. 56. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the Lucas Chat Live and the network and the movie and stuff like that. Please be sure to check out the Lucas Chat Live. That is more of a live podcast show. We're going to be doing that with podcasting. It's going to be a little bit longer. It can range between 30 minutes up to 2 hours. So, I don't know. I'm very, very excited to have a fan base in that category. Lucas Chat Live mostly going to be just gaming. That's just going to replace the LP, the LP title that I used to go by, because I know it's been a while since I've done Let's Play videos and gameplay videos. So now we're going to just start calling it the Lucas Chat Live, just to give it more immersive and more an immersive name. Now, please be sure to check out all the links in the description below. My Google+, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, website, network, everything that you guys see on that link description. Please be sure to check out and subscribe to it. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I'm Kennedy Lucas, logging off.